Hey everyone, Nina is alive and well, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about something I recently realized through Facebook. My friend Michael, you may know him as Lucid Spore on YouTube, posted a status asking what the opposite of the word get was, or what the opposite of getting something was. And Richie, his response was that the opposite to get is to give. And Craig Grant, you may also know him from YouTube, his response was that the opposite of getting is imagining. And I realized, okay, there is no one definition for an opposite of something. So this idea of duality, this idea of black, white, male, female, this opposite, does not necessarily have to be a point A, point B straight line. Instead, it's the perceiver who determines the opposite of something, or the experience of duality based on one definition and creating a contrasting definition or experience. So, even let's say someone has to experience the opposite of get. So we all start from point A, right here. Point A, right there. Get. And from there, one person will experience giving, one person will experience imagining, another person may experience lacking if they're not getting, and of course there's millions and millions, an infinite number of lines that can extend outward. So what this means is that when you're in a situation, you can choose the definition of your experience and choose the definition which will create a new path from that point in your experience. And from there, you get to choose how you want to live, experience, or learn from whatever situation you're in. So it's not the situation you're in that defines it. You define it, and you define the opposite of it, which is really empowering. It's a great thing. So it's like this idea of duality also. Like, we experience duality here on a three-dimensional plane, and duality doesn't have to be experienced one way. Duality can be experienced a million ways. So that really just goes to show that our reality is not so set in stone. It's really flexible because we can experience this idea of duality however we want, depending on how we define it. And when it comes to defining it, there's endless possibilities. You can choose your favorite. It's the one you believe in the most. You can change your definition, change your beliefs if you just go and think about them, and from there you can change your experience. You can mix and match your beliefs, and you can customize an experience to you, customize your world to go as you wish or you want. It's like a game, like making things out of I don't know, just like creating. You are the artist. And I guess I was thinking about this and applying it to my life, and I realized, okay, what I perceive to be the biggest limitation in my life is the idea of school. I am a senior in high school, and this idea of going to school every day for 8 hours and coming home and spending hours doing homework, for a long time I've seen it as like, oh, fuck, like this is something that's limiting me from experiencing what I want to do, just having all this time that I'm committed to this. So I realized, okay, I've been viewing it as a limitation, but if I'm defining it differently, let's see how else I can look at it. I can also look at it, I realized, as a method to teach me something, as a tool. Like, every experience has a purpose for you, and you can use any challenge, anything that appears to be a negative situation or a negative challenge is really just an opportunity to learn something or to grow from it. So, I realized, like, okay, what does school make me do? School makes me, get organized. It makes me have to stay on top of things and work on projects, not procrastinate. And it does limit my time. So what can I get from this? Okay, I know that just in general with life, I do tend to procrastinate sometimes. I tend to not get things done that I want to do, so I have all these inspirations and they go to waste. or, not to as much use as they could. And I know that I'm just sometimes naturally disorganized, and like what you're seeing right now, this room, this stuff is a result of some long hard work, many hours. But yeah, so what school does is it is a situation or an experience which forces me to improve that which I consider faults of mine, or that which I consider qualities of mine that I wish to improve or wish to no longer possess. So it puts me in a situation where I have to get past these, and I have to learn to no longer have these habits if I wish to be, successful and get out of there. So this motivation of me not wanting to be there necessarily can help me learn things that will allow me to come out of and grow from the experience. Because once I succeed in school, obviously it's done, and once I succeed in school, it is part of internalizing these good habits. So it forces me to better myself. And another example of that is, for example, if you're in school all day and you come home and you're doing homework, you're like, oh, I want to get this done. Usually, I know why I want to get it done. I think, okay, I want to get this done so that I can blank. So I'm not spending tons of time or energy trying to figure out what I want. This limitation or this block serves as a tool for me to gather clarity on what it is I want, so that I can get to it faster. So I can view this whole situation as something that, is, oh, it's just a pain in the ass. Why does it exist? It's, random. Or I can see that the situation only exists in my life because it is currently serving me. And if I want, I can not learn from the situation. I can just, drag my way through it until it's over with and just experience it negatively, because I'm defining it as that. I can change my definition and really get something out of this experience. So later on in my life, I will not have to recreate a situation that will force me to learn the things that I can learn right now. So really just playing with the way you feel or think about things or perceive things can change so much in the way you experience it. So instead of this being a negative thing, it's something that it's like, wow, I'm excited about this now. I'm excited to get past these habits and become a better person from it. So it's like that with everything, guys. Like, just defining your duality, defining your reality is power. So, yeah.